Good morning. This is part 2. My other phone fell off the cliff. The camera shows the front setting, but it whites out the back setting of the camera. It fell off of the clip and fell onto the deal. I don't know what happened. I can't get it back. This is my other phone. Welcome in if you're around. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier. It is November the 25th, and it is Tuesday. This is Thanksgiving week. Thursday's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving week. Somebody popped in here. Who popped in? Well, hold on. Let me get set up again. Oh, dear me. I'll probably have to delete that other video. Let me get set up over on my other. Every time I get on early, I have issues. No, I'm gonna have to reset this whole thing. Hold on. Let's go back to my live stream here. Meri's live. Welcome in, welcome in. There's Arlene. She came back. Thank you, Arlene. I did zoom in before I sat down here. I showed some things that I had sorted in that other video. I might let that much go live. I don't know what's going to happen here. But I'm back. So what I zoomed in, so I'm already zoomed in here. What I want to do is see if my glossy accent will, now I'm going to have to open this up again, will glue wax to wax. Let's make sure that I can get some glossy accent out here. Pin's going through there good. And let's see, I have this flower up here. I'm going to leave, these are wax seals that I did the other day. I did them on this paper, or it's wax I was playing with. Let's see if, I don't know if this will work with glossy accent or not. But we're going to try it and see if it will stick wax to wax. It sticks it, but will it? We'll have to let it dry. It might just pop off. I don't know. Now this is wax to wax. Over here will be, and I don't know what happened to the red one. I had a red dragonfly. He was here. Oh, he flew away. We'll have to make another dragonfly for him, I guess. I probably knocked him off with my hand. We'll put this one on. Or I could find one of these others that I made and put on here. This is a butterfly off of one of Debbie Epps' silicone modes. I was playing with the silicone modes here. Maybe we'll do this larger butterflies today. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what I did with my other waxy seals. I don't want a big, thick one. And we'll put that one on there. This is going in the scrap basket, the scrap bag of wax here. Arlene says, "Hi, Nancy. Nancy says, good morning, Mary and Arlene. Good morning, Nancy. Happy Thanksgiving week. I will be streaming Thanksgiving morning, early, 6 o'clock, because we're going out for dinner, but we don't go until later. So, all right, let's put this one on, and I want to see if this will stick. I'll have to leave it alone for a while. They might just pop off. They say to melt wax, but I haven't had much luck with that, melting wax and making a wax glue, because they pop off for me. So if they pop off that way, they might pop off with the glossy accent. Let me take this off of it's got tape on the back of it. And we'll set this aside and let it dry. So I'm going to be playing with the wax seals today. I'll put this up here. And this is left from the other day, my poor tabletop. I might put another piece of wax paper down because I pretty much have burnt a hole in it over here. You can't see. It looks like this. I lit a match, and I was talking and, distracted. And I set my lit match down on the wax paper. But luckily it has a glass top. This Tim Holtz is a glass top. So, oh, Mary, she does stuff. Alrighty, so let's kind of look here at what I found when I was sorting the other day. I sorted a bunch of little boxes of things, and I found my erasers that I'd carved. So let's kind of look at those. This one is a paisley. Now these were stamps too. This was a I think I meant it as just a round ring here. I was just playing. Get these out of here. This is one that I stamped into. It looks like a piece of Play-Doh. This is a little Christmas tree. We'll see how that stamps off. I'm going to save that one out. This is a light bulb. That might stamp. And then there's my other light bulb on the other side. This is not my carving. This is a Christmas tree. No, is that a pine cone? That's a pine cone. Sorry. I don't know if that'll make a good stamp or not. This is not carved. This is my Christmas tree, one of them. There's my reindeer from last year. I put on the... I'm going to save that one out. This is somebody's stamp that they sent me. Looks like a clock striking number 12 with all the numbers around it. That's a New Year's stamp. I'm going to hold that one out. This is my tatting stamp. This makes a really nice wax seal. This, I'm not sure what this is. Looks like I did another tree here, and it wasn't very successful. And there's another tree here. This is a tree. I was playing with trees. Now this one, I don't think will make a good stamp. It'll make a stamp in the, in the, it will not make a raised image. It'll make a debossed image. Here's a wax seal that I did. This is one of the trees. Hold this up. I think it's on a computer chip. And this one is all finished, and I'm going to save that one out. This is my postcard stamp. You can't see it very well. I'm going to save that one out. And then this is a tatting ring too. And this was not meant to be a wax seal. So I'm going to save out the ones that I think will stamp and put these others back in. Put that in there. And who popped in? Nancy's here. Arlene is here. Nancy, and Arlene. Arlene says, so, you did need to put the flames out with the tea this time? Well, I caught it, and the hole is about this big, and I just kind of, it was not flaming, it was melting. It's a wax paper, and it melted the wax paper. It had some little sparks on there, but I just kind of blotted it out. This is another one that I had done before. This is maybe like the little frame on there, and you can put a little picture or something in there. All right, I'm going to put these aside. And welcome in. Nancy and Arlene are talking to me, and I've got 9 people up in the balcony. Let me reset my chat. Sometimes my chat doesn't flow good here. All messages, and then I got an ad. Am I on all messages now? Arlene, yes, ouch for sure. What happened? Nancy says, I haven't done wax seals since I was in 6th grade. I dropped a bead of hot wax on my leg, and I still have the scar. Oh, owie. Ooh, I'll bet that did burn. Ouchie, ouchie. I don't know where I want to start here. Let's start, well, I did glue those wax seals down. I was playing with, this is really thin in here, and these are much thicker. These are the silicone molds that Debbie Epps, I got her from one of her sales. This one is really pretty. This might make a nice, for that candle, border for that candle. I guess it would probably go like, well, I guess it would go like this because these are hanging down. I also have a paraffin block. I wanted to see how candle wax would work in here, if it would pop out. And this one, this is a lacy border. This one's pretty. It's got thin and thick carved lines. And I got two more over here that we got from Miss Debbie Epps. There's this one, which is kind of a leafy. This would make a nice wraparound too. We might play with that one with the candle wax. And then there's this big one that I could pick and choose. It has some pretty floral in there. So I might have to run out on grab the matches. We'll see if I can strike a match. These matches are old, and I did not bring in the newer ones. What I want to do, if I do this large one here, let me even get it out. I don't know if you guys can even see the whole thing. I want to use paraffin, but I'd have to have it all melted. I think I have a candle behind me. Let me check here. Hold on a sec. Yes. I have this candle that I could just leave lit if I can get it lit. Let me run and get those other matches. They're just right around the corner here. This is a newer box. Hopefully these will strike better. Put these others down here with the little. So what I'm going to try to do is light this candle and let the candle wax melt down to this kind of a leafy border. And this is an experiment. I still have my matches out from the other day. This one I might just lighten and blow out. These are little, I don't know why they aren't putting, they got just a little bit of white on them. I don't know why they quit doing that. But now the wax that I used the other day was pellets that I got from Crayspire a couple years ago. But I haven't tried candle wax yet to see how that will work in here. So let's try that. And I did blow out my match. And I'm just going to see if I can drip wax down onto here. I don't know how long this will take. It's got to get down to the, boy, it makes a big flame, doesn't it? I could try it with my heat gun too. It's just getting down to the wax. This might be kind of slow. Here, let's do this. I'm going to try my heat gun. This is too slow for me. It's not even down to the... Let's trim that off. See, that's about what it did on the wax paper. It was just a little sparkly. I'm going to see if my heat gun won't melt this off better. So let's get out the heat gun. I tell you guys, I just about have all the boxes sorted out in the other rooms. I want to put up the Christmas tree this year. I got it clean good because I had those boxes out there and I've been sorting, of course, little chips and everything. Not me. I don't know how successful this experiment is going to be. Let me plug my heat gun in. I think the heat gun will give me faster melt here. And a safer one. I might have to put it in the spoon and melt it because it's dripping down, but it's not going where I want. Where's my spoon? And I have black wax in there now. So I can either make a black, and I'm going to have to cut this. This is not going the way I foresaw. Owie. It's hot. The wax on there is hot, but it's not dripping into where I want it to drip. So, I'm not sure I want to fool with this. No, it is hot because I held my heat gun up to it. Well, let's go on to something else because I'm not happy with that process, and I'll have to chip all that up to make little pellets. And I'm not up to doing that right now. So let's do something else. I was thinking, I have here, if I can get to them, a bag of, now I dropped all my little scrappies from the other day. I have a bag of Christmas cards here somewhere. I was thinking it would be fun, but since I have these in my hand, how about just melting some wax seals on some scrappy paper? We have a playing card, and we've got I want something heavy here. Heavier. What do I have? Got a piece of newspaper or book text. What's this? This is another playing card. Got a tag. Got some Jacqueline paper. I think that's enough. I got some of these index cards here. That's enough. I was saying it'd be fun to put them on Christmas cards, but do you think I can put my hands on my Christmas cards? Can I put my hands on them? No. And the glue stick. I got some scrapbook paper. That might be fun to play with. I'm looking for my Christmas cards. I wasn't intending on using them today, so they're not. Did I put them up above on the shelf? Hold on. Hold the phone. They might be up above here. I dropped the heat gun. I got the book up above. Paper. Ooh. How fun would it be? I don't know if I could do one on lace. I'm looking for my packet of Christmas cards. I also have these stickers. Well, just because I want them, they're not here. I'm not going to hunt forever. I dropped the heat gun. What is she looking for? Oh, I'm looking for stuff that I could use as a base for a wax seal. And I saw this. I could do a wax seal in here. I don't know if I would want to try it on this other stuff. That's just thread. This is a This is a bag, an earphone bag. I've got 2 of them there. It's my butterfly. Let me sort some things out, and then we'll do some more wax seals here. Hold on. Let's grab a couple of sheets of paper. Here, this is kind of Thanksgiving-y. I'll pull out a piece of paper. Cows and floral and chickens. Let's pull out a couple of these Jacqueline. I don't know if she likes to be called Jackie. Let's pull out a couple of Jacqueline's dyed index cards. Those might make some nice wax seals. And this is a tag project number. I'll put a wax seal in there. And a piece of washi tape. A newspaper. This is another playing card. This was a thank you. Probably from Jacqueline. I think I'll use this one because I like that if I could get a wax seal right in there. All right, and a piece of paper. That gives me enough to play with for now. Let me put these down below. And what shall I start with? I think I'm going to start with the flower. And I got some sequins I want to play with. I also found another wax seal, and this is a crown, I believe. It's sitting in a wreath of flowers. I'm not sure where I got that. And this is just a piece. All right. So I'm going to start with the flower. I'm going to move all this over to the side. Might need my scissors. And I've already got black in here, so we're going to make a black seal. Now what should I try the tatting ring in that flower? We'll make it first. I also got a hashtag there. The hashtag works pretty good too as a wax seal, but this one works pretty good. We'll make and I'm going to get out another sheet here of a small sheet of wax paper. I'm going to leave this one on because it's pretty well stuck down. And I don't know if water will work on, it works on the glass top. I don't know if it'll work on, where's my water? One more swish of it. Just give Meri time to play. I just squirted water on the tabletop there, and I'm going to put this down. See if it'll stick. There we go. I don't know if that's going to stay. We are going to make a wax seal, black wax, and we're going to use the little tatting ring. And I've got some more little chips here. And I got some in there. Now, if I use the candle here, if I light the candle, it will make my spoon all sooty, and I had trouble with the wax on the bottom. And there is wax on the bottom. I had trouble with it falling into my candle and kind of putting my we'll see what happens. If I use my heat gun, the wax on the bottom, the wax kind of, it heats it from top down. If I use my, let's light this and see if it'll burn down a little. I'm just going to leave that lit over there. I'm going to use this candle. I'm going to let this burn down a little and melt that wax around it. Well, that might be okay. But if I start using this, it's going to put out my flame. So we're going to leave this. Let me light this match here if I can. We're going to light this candle. Ah! Come on, get lit. I'll burn my finger. All right, I'm going to hold it over here, but I think my wax is going to drip down on the flame the same way it did over there. And it gets very sooty on the bottom of the spoon. And it's a slow process. It's a slow process when you do it this way. If I can knock a little of that wax off. I'm going to set this down a minute and get a towel. See if I can't wipe off some of the bottom of that spoon. Maybe it won't drip down so bad. Got to keep that paper towel away from the flame. I'm trying to clean off the bottom of the spoon so that it won't drip into my flame so bad. That's what I'm doing. I think I got most of it. All right, let's see if I can do some melting here. You have to have patience when you do this with the candle. It is melting it. And what I like about the candle is it does melt it from the bottom up. Let me set this down. See this other one, it's burning. I'm going to see if I just can't pour out a little of that wax. That's causing the flame to... Yeah. Let's see if I can dump some more out. Oh, I'm going to blow that one out. There we go. It's a slow process. I want to welcome those of you who've come in. I've got an ad. Hold on. Let me go into chat here. Who popped in? Arlene is here. Arlene. I've got 15 of you out there. And let me set my messages. I can't do 3 things at once here. Talk and, let's see, all messages. All right, we have Nancy Gill and Arlene talking. And we've got 12 of you out there watching, which is okay, because I am just doing, let me put some pellets in here. And I've got 2 more over here. We'll put those in later. Heat gun is much faster than the candle flame. It's a slow process. And since these are black, I can't tell how fast they're melting. Can't see. I can't see it very well. I get my head in the way. And I have my palette knife here. Let's, yeah, put a couple more in there. Yeah. You learn to use your left hand when you're doing this stuff. I want to dump some more wax pellets out on my table. They are melting. I don't think they're quite melted yet. I got an ad. Who is that? Tasty Nan? Patty Nan? Hey, I'm getting ready for the week in listening. Well, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by while you're getting ready for the week. Are you going to have a big Thanksgiving? I have to tell you guys, we usually go to my nephew's house for Thanksgiving, but his wife likes to eat out. They like to go out a lot. And they messaged me and said, we're going to try something different this year. We're going to the casino. She said, they have a buffet on second floor. If you don't want to gamble, you can come and eat and we'll stay and gamble. I don't gamble. My brother, I asked him if he wanted to gamble. And he said he didn't gamble. Okay, I'm going to pour this on, well, let's just quick pour it on here. I want to put it on my flour eventually. And I don't think I have that all melty. Let's hit it with my heat gun now. It feels a little thick on one side. Hold on. It's much faster with the heat gun, I have to tell you. Handle's slow. But the heat gun doesn't get the bottom as well. Okay, I'm going to pour this on this piece of paper. That's probably enough. And I'm going to take my tatting stamp. It's not a perfect circle, but okay. And we're going to put my tatting stamp in there. And we're going to let that sit for a moment. What else could I do here? I've got I think this was a failed Christmas tree. This is a little Christmas tree. Another Christmas tree. This is the light bulb. I don't know how this one will. I don't know which Christmas tree I used. Oh, this is a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. This one. I think I used this one. Let's melt another pellet here. With my heat gun, it's much faster. And I wish I had better light. One of my goals the next year is to get better lighting. I've got 3 lights on, but I need an overhead light. which would probably cause shadows on the overhead. I took some things into storage yesterday, but I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried about it because maybe I use this Christmas tree. I'm going to try this round one. I locked it up, but I had a problem locking it up. My padlock kind of got in there at an angle, and I don't know if I can get my key back in there. So I might have to have a locksmith come and my very first load of stuff to the storage unit, and I think I locked myself out in such a way that I can't get back in it. I'm going to take my brother over there and see if he can get the key. I can't get the key back in it. The lock, it goes in this way. The bar's going this way, and it has a bar coming out, an angle bar that is kind of at a, I can't really show it. It's kind of like that, and then the padlock goes in this way. Well, I couldn't get it in, but I got it in. Well, I got it in this way. The padlock part is over here. The wall is right there. So my padlock, say this is the padlock, is right in there, and the wall is right here. And I can't adjust it enough to get my key into the I think I'm in a jam. Let's look at chat while these are cooling off here. My chat either isn't moving. You guys are awfully sleepy today. Arlene is chatting. And Tasty Nan. She says, hey, I'm getting ready for work. Oh, I read for the week. You have to forgive me because my notepad is away from my nose. Arlene says, well, you might have to cut the lock off. That's what I was thinking. And I read the directions, and it said, hard to cut steel. I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, what am I going to do now? I'm not going to worry about it until spring. All right, I think I might be able to get this one. Let's just cut it off here. And we'll let the tree set for a bit. Oh, it's pretty. I sure wish I had I could probably use silver on that. Let me hold it up so you guys can see it. My long sleeve shirt, I don't want it to get too long and to knock things off. See, there it is right there. Can you see it? The tatting ring. Let's see if I can't put some of this silver on there. Yeah, it's going to get into the background. I have to learn how to do this so that it really shows up nice. I need a Q-tip is what I need. I'm just playing. I am not a pro at doing this, you guys. This is me learning. I don't like how it went into the background. It kind of blurs my image out. And I don't know if I can clean that with alcohol or not. We'll see. We will see. This is Meri testing. This is Meri's testing. I don't like it, how that went on there. This is hand sanitizer. Well, it's taken some of it off. So I need some Q-tips out here. We've got Q-tips, I just don't have them out. I kind of like how it distresses it. Can't get it in that corner. Taken a blurb of it in there. Get it nice and wet. I need to find those waxy pieces that Debbie Epps sent me. I got it from Debbie Epps. Get another towel. You guys probably can't see what I'm doing. Now, if I could just bring that out again. And I don't think, what I need is a nice little puddle. Oh, lid is stuck on there. Can get it off. There it comes. The problem is I don't have the right tools. I don't have the right tools to do a good job. Yeah, it's not bringing it out. I don't have the right tools. I can still see it. I want to bring that out a little. I need some. Let's just tear the paper off. I don't care about the paper anyway. I just didn't want it to stick onto my base. Let me hold it up so you guys can see it. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's there. I'm going to make another one, but maybe a little bit more round so I can fit it into the flower. Isn't that pretty? Let's make a smaller one. Let's see how the tree turned out. Let's check out the tree. And the erasers come off nice. These erasers are the high polymer erasers. And I don't care about the paper being on the back. I just have it there so it doesn't stick to my wax paper. Tree turned out. There's the tree. But I'm afraid to put anything on there because it gets into the, I don't have the right coloring to, well, you know, I do have those Pen Plus Gear metallic pens. Let's refresh my chat again. Chat filter. Chat filter. All messages. Nancy says, nice, Mary. The tree looks great. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that's what strong men are for. Yeah, my brother might be able to twist that lock enough that I can get the key in it. Let's see. I might have here, hold on, the metallic, let me see if I have them in the drawer here. Pen Plus Gear metallic pens. I got erasers. I got black pens. Cards. Well, I know I do over in that other drawer. Let me go back over there. Turn around and I know I got metallic pens. I just have to remember what drawer I put them in here. There's Pen Plus Gear. I don't buy these very often. These are older ones that I've never opened. I've got a blue, kind of a rose gold, and couple silvers here. Oh, we could use that for a base. I didn't think when I pulled this off. Nothing like playing. When I get out my wax seals, I'm slow and I work. I work a long time at it. I doubt if I get much else done today. Let's throw this stuff away. I don't think my light bulb will do a nice seal. Let's try one of these silver ones on this padding ring and see. If it brings it out a little more. Whoops. Need to try a different color wax too. I'm not going to carve into my tatting ring anymore, but I need to remember when I'm carving to make my lines deep, because that gives the seals more of a raised image. And of course, this is one of my first ones. Let me hold it up. I think it's a little better. Let's try the tree. Let's try the tree. It's hard to see it. Yeah, it's hard to see. I'm getting in between the branches rather than on the branches. In other words, I'm messing it up. My lines aren't deep enough. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't bring it out very well. I'll hold them up so you can see it, but where's the cap? I need to get the little mini. I think it improved the tatting ring a little. You can see it pretty good. I don't like that in there. If I can get that out or not. Kind of gooped up in there. Edges there. The tree, the poor little tree. I kind of messed it up. You learn by doing. You learn by doing. I'm gonna try the tatting ring again, and I want to make a rounder one like the tree. And I don't know if I want to use black anymore. I shook all the black beads off in here. Let's try a white. I think I got white and gold. It might show up better. But I need to get rid of my black wax. So hold a moment. I kind of call those, they were okay until I put I might try to wash those off a little bit more. Get some of that stuff out of there. All right, let's clean this off. Scrap paper, I had it out here. What did I do? I tore it. Yeah, I've got plenty. I'm just going to melt this on here. And I have a stamp to put in there. I could just try the tree. Okay. Heat done. Heat done. It's down below. It won't be much wax. I'm going to clean my wax. I'm going to clean my spoon out. So that I can I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know. I might do the little dragonfly. I'm not gonna have enough wax to do that tree. It's hard to see this black wax in this spoon. I don't know if I have enough wax to do anything. Yeah. That's not enough wax. Oh, well. Because this is a heavy brass. Of course, I didn't get it centered. All right, I'm going to clean out my spoon here. Paper towel and just get in there and it looks like a lot of wax, but it doesn't drip when I now let's clean the bottom of it. I gotta get another towel. This is not anything that just lickety split. You've got a lot of things you need to handle. I'm cleaning my spoon so I can change to white wax. I think they'll show up better with white or even gold wax. I'm just cleaning my spoon off now by melting the wax and the gunk on the back of it. It's hot. I think I can clean the back a little more. Alrighty, that's pretty good. And let's see how my little weird dragonfly came out. He didn't have enough wax. He went off of the paper. I'm gonna throw this away because I might be able to reuse that. It's got a little. I'll put it in the. Where's my scrap bag? No, I'll put it over here for now. Here's my scrap bag. You just gotta play. All right, so I'm gonna get out some white wax. Is that white? Yeah. And Maybe gold though too, because it's a white flower. It might work better with gold. I have a dark gold and I have a light gold. Let's try the light gold. Thinking of the flower here. And I'm also going to try, these came with that silicone base, and I think these are stickers. I've never opened them. Let's see what these are. If I can get to find out where the opening is. I always have trouble with these packages. Where do they open at? I don't know where it opens at. Over here. Oh, look, it pulled one off. It is a sticker. Looks like it's stuck to the packaging there. I'm not sure how these are supposed to go, but if I can cut one off, I'm going to leave it on the release until after I melt wax on it. Let's just cut a strip off. I'm not sure how this will go. I'm not sure if it's sticky on the bottom, but it's not sticky there. And I'm not sure how the wax will work on that. I'm thinking my wax will pop off of that, because that's what I had problems with my sticker sheet with. Let's cut one off. Put those over there. And I'm going to do a light gold one. And I'm still going to do the tatting ring. I think it will fit in there. And we're going to use some gold pellets. Now I don't need as many of these because they're bigger. Maybe 4. And we'll see how that goes. I'll leave them out in case I need them. And I'm not ready for this yet. I don't want to blow it away. Alright. Here we go. We're going to melt these pellets, the gold ones. Let's see. I might need my pellet knife handy. I'm not happy with the metallic pins on those. I think when I carve my erasers, I need to make sure my lines are nice and deep. That's kind of hard when you're carving small. I'm wondering if that's going to be enough. I might put a couple more in there. It'll probably be too much now. See how they kind of sink down into the bottom? I don't know if you guys can see that. They're still pellets, but they sink down. And what I usually do is take my palette knife, which has some black on it. Just get that black off. Should have done that before. It just pops off, scrapes off. And let's see. I kind of stirred up a little because I don't think those pellets are quite melted. It's like melting chocolate chips. It's like melting chocolate chips. I need to get some toothpicks, and what else I need. I think I'll buy another box of matches. I like these matches. These matches I went out and got on the TV seem to work better. All right, let's pour this wax on this. You can't see it here. There's a round seal there. I'm going to pour it right on there. I think that was plenty. And put my eraser down in there. And I pulled up on it. I don't know how that's going to... All right, we'll let that sit for a bit. And while that's sitting, let's take a paper, another one of these little papers. No, if that's big enough. Let's heat this up. We're going to make a dragonfly too. All right. Now, while that's kind of cooling, I will come out and look at chat. I want to welcome those of you who are in here watching, or whether you're up in the balcony or whether you're chatting. Welcome in. Happy Thanksgiving week. Let's see, who's out there? Tasty Nan says, have fun, ladies. Bye, Tasty. Is she leaving? She's off to work. She's off to work. Arlene said she's got to go. Have a blessed day. And in case I don't see you by then, happy Thanksgiving. I will be streaming Thanksgiving morning, Thursday morning at 6 o'clock until 9. If Kathy Berg is not on Thanksgiving Day, she's not on today, so I'm going to go a little bit later today. I'm going to go until about 9:45. My brother turns on the TV at 10. Nancy Gill is here. Rub and Buff would look good too. I might try some Rub and Buff. And I've got 18 of you out there, but nobody's chatting. You're all up in the balcony today. But that's okay. That's okay, friends. Thumbs up. Oh, there's Liz Bent. Hi, Liz. Thumbs up and share. Thank you, Liz. My folks are watching today from the balcony. They must be busy folks today. Let's see. Is this one's dry enough? Let's pull it up. And let's pull it off with a eraser. Oh, that came out nice. It's a little thick over here. but I can see the tatted ring a lot better. Let me hold it up. Let me hold it up. That one came out nice. I'm happy with that. I'm even going to try to color it. But it's got a little sticky on the back, a little sticker, and it's sticking to my thumb, so it should stick to this flower. Let's put it on the flower. I don't know if I want this one on the flower, though. Let's put it on this piece of paper for now, because I want to try to get one that's more roundy. Let's just put it right there. Oh, I'm liking that one. Nicey, nicey, nice. Are you guys seeing him? Alrighty. How about the dragonfly? How is he doing? He's not on a sticker. Oh, he came out nice too. She says, yes, perfect. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This one's peeling right off of the paper. This might look nice on, I might have to put it, I'm going to try glossy accent. I don't think I'm going to put this one on the flower. I'll put the dragonfly on the flower. That's where dragonflies belong. I'll hold it up so you guys can see it. I gotta stand up. That's cool, isn't it? I think I need to put it that way, though. Isn't that cool? I'm happy with that. Let's get my glossy accent, wherever I put that. Over here in this pile someplace. Where did it go? Where's my glossy accent? I've got a star here I could play with. Did I put it back in the... Oh, I put it up here. Let's put it on with... Let's see. I'm going to... I want to put it on a base. I need another piece of paper. Towels and tape over here within my reaching. I'm looking for something to put this flower on. How about one of these? Ooh. This or one of these index cards would be pretty. I like it right there. There's another index card with, let's see what's on the back of this. You could put a greeting on there. Put a greeting, a stamp. All right, I got to get stuff out of my lap. Let's see what I want to do here. This one, they're both graph. Kind of like this one. Let's put it there. I'm going to attach these. Let's see how these others are doing, if they're going to pop off. Earlier today, I put these on this paper with. I think the glossy accent is going to hold these wax seals on here. I've got painter's tape on the bottom of this. This is one of these I played with yesterday. I put that dragonfly. He's flying. He's in flight. And these are not really great seals, but I was playing with. This one came off of one of those silicone modes of Debbie Epps. This one was a silicone mode. These two were stamps. These are, I was just playing with it. I'm going to put this in my journal. What I really like about this black, this is the Crayspire wax on the back, and I just melted it on my paper. I made a glob of melty wax, and then I took my palette knife and swiped it down. Actually, I swiped it this way, and it made a real nice base, and that it will bend without cracking. Now, I could probably pop this off by bending it too much, but I don't want to do this. This was Jacqueline's Lovely's Crafting Lodge's paper, and I'm going to put this in one of my journals, probably put it in my Society of Idea Collector journal. So I think my solution to gluing the wax seals down is to use glossy accent, and that's what I'm going to do here. And this index card was also dyed by Jacqueline Lovely's Crafting Lodge. I don't know if she's going to sell on Friday. She usually does her sales on Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. Get my dragonfly facing the right way and put him right in there. And then I'll just set this aside, and you can see the dragonfly, but I'll hold it up after it's all dry. I'm going to set it over here and let it dry so I tend to want to play with things. So let's do another sticker. And I think I'll try to perfect my padding ring. And I set those stickers over here. Let's do another one. I like this tatting ring, but what I don't like about it is I'm still trying, and my tatting ring itself is square. It's square. I could cut this off, but I'd ruin the hashtag on the back if I tried to round it off. And I want to leave the hashtag as it is. This one I carved myself. So we're going to try another one to fit this circle. This one would be okay. This does not have to fit exactly because it can be, you know, it can still stick on the paper and it has wax along the edges. So let's set that there. I think I'll need, yeah, I got wax on the back of my spoon here. If I can get that off. I wanted to go to Walmart today. You can order these spoons online, but I was looking at their little metal. They cost about $15 for a set of metal ones. But you get like 5 of them, so there's probably what, about $2.50 a piece. And that's probably less than what you would pay if you bought them at, let's see if I can melt that. If you bought them online, they would probably cost about $2.50, $3 a piece, the spoons. And then you wouldn't get the nicer ones. Grab a towel here and clean this off. Of course, I get everything else with the towel. Yeah, that's really stuck on there. I don't want to I don't want to, I want to get the wax off the back of my spoon. There we go, that's a little better. It's still on there. This is a slow going here. I'm cleaning the back of my spoon. There. That's much better. All right, we're going to put some more gold pellets in, and I'm going to do another sticker. Put my sticker there for now. And I'm going to try 3 pellets. All right, here we go. Then we'll try maybe we'll try that big butterfly on, that's on one of those silicone. I want to do that big butterfly. And we might do it in gold too. I don't know, I feel like I need another one. Another pellet, just one more. Just give it a little stir like you would your chocolate. See, it gets into a glob there. There's a glob there. And that'll pop off of my spoon, off of my palette. Let's give it another. Alrighty. Here's my wax seal, my sticker wax seal. I'm going to pour I think it's a matter of how you pour your wax. See if I can get it nice and round. He's coming off with the seal, but that's okay. Yeah, he's not round. He's not round. I'm not happy with it. We'll go ahead and make a seal, but it's way too much over here. He floated off. We'll put him on the paper too. Maybe I'm using too much wax. I've got another sticker here someplace. I tore it off. I might try putting one on this star. Just pouring the wax right on the star. This is an embroidery. I could try some with some sequins too here. Put it on this star. Not the sticker. Where's my sticker? I've got 2 more stickers. We'll let this one dry a little more. And it will, I don't know, I might tear my wax paper there. I don't like wax going off on my wax paper. It's pretty dry. Oops, that one isn't. Came off pretty easy, but I don't think that that's gonna come up very easy. It's not. I like this. I like the emblem, but I got way too much wax. What would happen if I'm going to put this on my paper anyway. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut it. Ouch, my heat gun is in my lap and it's hot. Not too bad. I'll hold it up so you guys can see it. That was fun. It's got a little something over in there. I'm gonna put it on this paper too. Let's make sure that this is scrap wax. I don't want any with the papers on it. Got one more seal to try. 2 more. Let's take the backing off here if I can. Gotta find it. Oh, I might have put it on wrong. No, I didn't. It's there. Oh, it's sticking to my fingers. I wonder how it will work on double-sided duct tape. Let's put it over here. I'm going to cut a piece of and I've got some release paper here. Let's put this. Don't think it matters what side I use. Ooh. never use your scissors right on the tape. Always, if you're going to cut where the paper is, so that you aren't gumming up your scissors if you cut on both sides of the paper. Like there's paper here and there's paper there. I use this double-sided duct tape to make washi. That other seal was nice and round, but that's okay. I have to think what I want to do here. If I put it right on there, when I peel it up, the paper, the wax will. So I think what I want to do is tear this back just a little, or even just cut a piece. And, whoops. And take this and let's play with, I don't want to play with an index card. Let's play with a piece of this. Let's put this on here. And this will become the bottom, and this will become the top. Let's take a piece that's, let me cut this out. No, I could cut it here. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'm going to put this piece of tape on here like this. And then I'm going to put my wax on here. And this will become the backing, and this will be where my wax seal is. Then after I make my seal, I'm going to peel off the tape and put it down on paper. And I think this will make my own little wax seal stickers, wax seal stickers. These others that I have here were purchased. They came with a set of silicone mold. And I don't want to have to go buying wax seal stuff when I can make it. So let's peel the one side of the tape off here. I have to get a pin, I guess, which really belongs in my glossy accent. Oh, I got it on. Hold the phone. Let's put this pin back in my glossy accent. I got it glued shut here. There we go. So I still need to take this off. Hold the phone. I need to take one side off here. We're going to put this down here on my paper. Like that. And then I'm going to put my wax seal on the paper side. And then after my seal is dry, I'm going to peel off this and stick it down. That's the plan. she said. So the next thing, I could do the hashtag. Should I do the hashtag? We've been doing the, let's do the hashtag on the back of this. Melt my wax. Move this out of the way, it'll blow. It's a slow process to do these wax seals. It's not going to happen all at once. But it's fun to do. And the more experienced I get at it, especially carving my erasers, I do have I have a crown stamp out. Some real wax seal stamps. And the better I get at carving, though, the more experienced I become, the better my seals will look. So I'm not pretending to be an expert. Don't consider Meri an expert. And I do think I'm going to put one more in there. Whoops, I tightened my lid. Whoops. Dumped it out there. It dries pretty fast. Now, I got some sequins out to try too. Press some sequins into some seals. I want to try that. So I'm going to play with wax seals probably until about, well, I don't know. I did want to do some other things today. We'll see. I've got quite a mess out here on my desk. As long as I'm playing, I might as well play, don't you think? As long as I'm making one mess. All right, here's my phone. Now I want to make sure I don't put it on the sticker side. This is the paper side. We're going to try the hashtag this time. Yeah, I got a lump in there. That's a pretty round circle. Of course, I'm going to put a square in it. I want to press down on it. Alrighty. So let me refresh my chat. See if who's out there. Is anybody talking to me? Chat filter all messages. Liz is out there. Liz Bent is talking. Great rescue. She says, I've been playing with wax too, and it's so much fun. It's really forgiving because you can remelt it. Yeah, I'm saving all these little chips here to remelt. They're black and gold over there. NJ. Oh, Lord Jersey. Hi, Jersey. Jersey's here. Jersey's talking to me. She says it's 8:50 a.m. in New Jersey time. I've never used it. It does look fun. You messed up painting yesterday. It happens. Yeah. Yeah. If you never make a mistake, I don't know anybody who doesn't make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Do you have a Jersey accent? Jersey says, what accent? Where is everyone at? You're in British Columbia? It's 5:49 a.m. where Liz is. I'm in central United States, Nebraska. So it's central time here, and it is, right now it's 7:57, according to my old notepad. Jersey has an accent. I can just hear it in her smile there. It shows that I got 15 of you in here, but only a couple are chatting. You guys are sleepy this morning. Or you're going, well, what are we going to talk about while Mary's playing? Oh. All right, is this dry? Let's see. This is the hashtag. It's still a little warm. We'll let that sit for a minute while I put my... That's an empty bag. Let's put my chips away here. We might play more with making some backing for sticker backing. Put these little chips away. This might make a pretty butterfly. Black and gold. This one black one needs to be cut up. I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit more before let's snip this one up. This came off an experiment I was doing yesterday. The black's kind of hard to see what's going on with it. And one thing is, you don't want to make these chips too small because they'll blow away when you start to melt them with your heat gun. They need to be heavy enough to not blow away. my brother has a appointment today, a doctor appointment. I might have him stop at Hobby Lobby and see what kind of wax seals I can buy. I don't know. I might be able to buy a few pellets, but mostly their wax seals, their wax are glue gun wax. Now I do have glue gun and glue gun wax. Well, might play with that another time. All right, let's see what this is going to do. Oh, it made a nice hashtag. I blurred it a little on the end there. It's got a little something there that caused a no-no there. But it made a nice hashtag. Let me hold it up. It made a nice hashtag. I might cut this one up because it messed up on the corner. Well, no, I'm playing with the sticker. Let's cut the sticker out. We'll make another one. Let's see. I think I'm going to... Well, yeah, we better just cut it around because this is duct tape. Throw that away. So I think you can make your own stickers using double-sided carpet tape. I like the Duck brand because it's nice and sticky. I could save this, and put them on the backs of stuff. I don't know whether those are worth saving or not. So let's get my paper out here. I'm just going to make a sheet of wax seals here. Not all of them are perfect. Oh, and we can put these imperfect ones on with the scraps. This is the tree that didn't, you can see it, but yeah. And this is a tatting one. The tatting one, let me hold it up again. The tatting one's not too bad. but it's hard to see black wax unless you, it's kind of pretty. I'm just going to make a Mod Podge of wax seals here. I want to see how this duck brand, I think I found me a solution for stickers. I heated this though, so I don't know if I can get the backing paper off. Did I melt the release paper? I don't know. Can get that release paper off. There we go. Oh, my needle stuck to it. There we go. Oh, I think this is going to work. My hashtag's kind of messed up, but no matter. This is just experiment. Let's take these and stick onto here. I have to pull one side off here. You can use your scrap. So that's duct tape on this side. And I'm just going to put it right there. And then I'm going to, got a little bit of wax on there. And then take the other side off. So now I'm going to be saving all my scrappy duct tape pieces. I'll fill up my scrap bin. I got wax on my needle. I need to get this release paper off. If I can get a hold of it. Now, I don't think I did this one very well. This is on cardboard. That's not working. I don't think my scraps are working here because this is cardboard. Here, this is not working. So I'm going to glue this one down with glossy accent. This doesn't have a sticker. I never made it with a sticker. And this one doesn't have. There's my glossy accent. We'll glue it down with glossy accent. I'm going to put my tatting one in between here. And I think the glossy accent works too. We'll try that. We'll look at the flower here in a minute. I'm going to put this in my Society by Deer Collector, I think. This is the Christmas tree. I should take my stamps and stamp on another sheet of white paper and put around here. Or maybe on the opposite side if I put them on my Society by Deer Collector. And then document that I carved stamps that I'm using for wax seals. But I think the lesson I'm learning there, and I should document that, is to carve deeper. This hashtag came out pretty good. And this one's not bad if I put it in on a lighter wax. All right, I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. And let's look at my flower. Here's the flower. I did a dragonfly in the center. And I'll hold that up so you can see it. And I put it on a index card, one of Jacqueline's index cards. Isn't that cool? My little dragonfly. I put it on a doily flower. Yeah. And so this is fun to play with these seals. we'll just set these aside. And I'm going to make one for this star, I think. And I think I will use one of these stickers that came with, I think I have 2 left that I cut off of that sheet. Might as well use them. Yeah, I got wax on the back of my spoon again. So let's clean the spoon off because it'll drip if I don't. Get the little bits of paper out of the way. They get in the way, especially when I'm working with wax. So I clean the back of the spoon off by heating it and then just wiping it with a towel. You have to be careful not to burn your hands. And you don't heat it enough that you're melting that in there. I'm going to get some metal measuring spoons today. I was looking at them in Walmart the other day, and you can get a set of about 5 different, they're different sizes, which is okay. They're, you know, small to large. And there's a set of 5 of them, but they're metal, and they're nice ones. I think I cleaned that off enough. And let's do another hashtag. No, I want to do one for the star. How about using this crown? Is that going to be too big in there? Let's try the crown. This is a crown set in a rose type setting. That might be too big. If it's too big for this, we'll try something else. But let's go ahead and do a wax seal. And I'm going to put it on one of these stickers. Is that a sticker? That's the back of my stickers are over here. I'll put it on a sticker and get it ready. All right. The sticker. I've got to melt the wax first. Oops. My hand's a little shaky today. And then we're going to try that silicone butterfly because we're going to try the large one. And I might use my scrap wax for that because I'm getting quite a little bundle of it over there. I always feel like I need one more. One more, please. Give it a little stir with my palette knife. I want to get some toothpicks, wax palettes, and what else? Something else. Measuring cups. I should probably write that down because I'll forget it by 1 o'clock. Toothpicks, wax pellets, and measuring cups. And I want to go to Goodwill and I need to make sure I'm on the right side here. I guess I want to be on the seal. I need to learn to make pretty circles. All right, we're going to try the crown. It's a fairly large stamp. I moved it because I wanted to center it more. I got more over here. Ooh, owie. It's not centered. I need to work on my centering. But, you know, it's fun. It's just, I'm just playing. Got wax on my finger now. I can cut that off. All right, let's look at chat. Tina came in. Hi, Tina. Hi, Juju. Welcome in, Juju. Tina says, good morning, Mary, Liz Bent. I'm going to call you Liz. And Juju. And Jersey was in here. Your PC froze up. Oh, no. Will you all be at Series 100 celebration? I don't know who that is. Liz said, I'm thinking of fixing or just moving. What would you do? Liz said, I like group. You like grunge and imperfection, so I don't ever have anyone question if my elements are AI. Well, you know, AI messes up, but yesterday's paint job went way awry. Yeah. I haven't painted in a long time, mostly because I don't have any place to, I can paint in my art journal, but as far as painting on canvas, I don't have a place to hang stuff. But I did watch, I think it was Lindsay at the Frugal Crafter, and I'm going to try that too. She took some large paper clips, the large ones, and she might have even used the giant ones. I don't know. But she used painter's tape and taped them to a wall. And then with the painter's tape, and if you could get a hold of the large ones, I think they would work best. But you could use any type of metal. And use your painter's tape and tape it onto the wall, and then use a magnet on the back of your whatever you want to hang, like an unpainted canvas, you know, just that's not framed or anything. And you put a magnet on the back of that and stick it on the, and you could probably get a metal sheet and put that on the wall and hang things that way. Well, this may not be too bad of a seal. Let's see what's happening with it. It's stuck on my paper. I wish that I could learn to center better, because it's certainly not centered, but we'll put it on the... show it to you here. It's a crown on a bed of roses, I think. See it a little better there. Oh, let's peel off the backing. And I'm going to put it on my paper, wherever I did with my paper. I put my paper over here. goes this way. These are just experiments. That's what I'm going to call them, experiments. And these I put on with glossy accent. I think the glossy accent's going to hold them pretty good. And let's get this other sheet out. These I put on with glossy accent, and they're on there. And this is wax on wax. And so I think the glossy accent is the type of glue to use if you're going to glue wax. Oh, Meri lied. Meri lied. On this one, it popped off. We're going to put it back on. I may not have had enough on there. These are on with glossy accent, and these, I think, this is on with sticker. I think one of these are on with the duct tape. All right, I'm going to leave this one out and put this one. I really do like this one. That could almost go down below, depending on what journal. I could put it in my, we'll see. Oh, I was going to put this one back on that. Hold on. Meri's getting ahead of herself here. I'm going to put this one back on. I may not have enough glue on there. Or I'm handling it so much, but put it on both sides. It's not a good stamp anyway. Well, there's glossy accent coming out the end there. I don't know if I can wipe that up. So it's not too messy. There we go. We'll let those dry. All right. I'm still trying to get something for this star. Should I do another dragonfly? Let me throw this away. Let's go to a darker. I'm going to leave my lighter in there, but I'm going to go to a darker gold, more of a bronzy color. Oh, and yeah, I got wax on the back of this again. Put my glossy accent away. Let's clean off the let's clean off the back of the spoon. It's got gunk on it. I do that because I don't like it getting, it'll get melty when I heat it up, and it will gunk up on other things. So I like to keep the back of my spoon fairly clean. All right, let's throw, I'm going to mix the colors here, but they're both in the same family, so gold and bronze won't hurt. And I'm going to, I have one last sticker here, round one, that I'm going to play with. And I think I'll do the dragonfly, so I don't need a whole lot of wax. I'm going to put it on the star. And then we'll try one where I throw sequins in there. There's my sticker. And she's gone out of the way. Where's my bronze? I see some bubbles in there. I'm going to stop there. Well, I need to cover the entire sticker though. Come on. And when I do that, I mess it up. All right. And this is really too small. Let's do my tatted ring. That might turn out okay. We'll let that. That was too big for my little dragonfly, and the sticker would have been showing. I guess I could have cut it off, but we're going to do the tatted. And then, it's up here somewhere. Let me get it. The butterfly. This one. We're going to do that tatted butterfly. Now I'll need lots of wax to do that. I'll play with some more of these silicone seals. We could try putting one on a Tim Holtz Christmas. Might keep those out for a minute. We're not going to put the butterfly on him, but... And we're going to use some of our scrap wax, and we're going to use what's left in my spoon. See, I set the spoon down on the paper, and that's what gets gunk on the back of it there. And we could probably put that butterfly, I'll bet you we could fit him on here. He just fits. But how am I going to do that? I don't think I can, because I melt him on here and I pop him out. I don't go like that, although that might work. Put the sticker on top of the wax. Boy, it just barely fits, so I'm not going to try it. We're going to pop him out. All right, let's see what happens here. I like my tatted circle. He comes out nice. Let me hold him up. I like my tatted ring. He came out pretty nice. but I don't know if he'll fit very good on this star. Well, he might. It's a little big. I think I'll save it for something else. I don't want to put him on my sheet. Maybe I'll put him on a index card or something over here. I got an index card. I could put him on my I don't know if I like that. Find something else to put on this one. No. I think I like him on. I need a piece of lace under that. Hold the phone. Let's see what I have over here. Oh, we want to play with the seals. I mean the sequins. We want to play with those. I'm looking for a little piece of lace. Hold on. Got my paper towels on top of everything. I got the newspaper. That might be fun to stick on there. To do a wax seal on. I'm looking for a little piece of lace. I usually have it stuff laying around here. Maybe on this side. We could put into wax seals. This is a hexie that I mean, you know, a little hexagon that I could put him right in there, but I don't know if I want to do that. I'm looking for a little piece of, there's a sunflower sticker. I'm looking for a little piece of lace. Not here. It's not here. Oh, I'm glad I bet I had something behind me. Where's my sticker? Where's my seal? Here he is. He got caught on that. I'm going to save the star for something else. He looked behind me for a piece of lace. I want a piece of lace under there. What do I have? I have my hankies. Usually I have lace all out. I put them in the teddy bears and I put the teddy bears up high. Hold on, hold the phone, let me see. Oh, I know what I'll use. I have some of this stamped fabric that I got from Rebecca Wills. Rebecca sells on Sunday afternoons, but I buy this stamped fabric from her, and I think I've got a piece that says vintage here, or some writing. Well, we'll use the writing one. I got two of those. Here's the one that says vintage. Let's put these others back in here. I'm done with my gun. I put it back down there. Let's take a piece of this. We'll save the sunflower for a sunflower journal. And we're going to take this off and put it, we're going to put a piece of this text fabric on here. I get this from Rebecca Will. She does a good job of stamping on fabrics. I really like what she does. And we're going to put my tatting on here. Let's tear a piece. This has got kind of light there. Let's cut this off. I'll use it for something. Actually, I should rip it. And let's rip a good piece here. Put that back in the package so I'll have it the next time I want it. I'm going to put that on there. We're going to do another little index card. Put it here, I think, so this will show. And we're going to take my backing paper off, and then this is sticky. I'll put my wax seal right on there. And then I'm going to take my glossy accent. Now, you won't see that wax, that tatted ring in there until you get your nose right up to it. But that's the way it is, because I need to find a good, I need to get out. I got some paste wax from Debbie Epps, and I think I know where it's at, but I don't want to go digging for it right now. What did I do with that pen? I put it in. So we made another index card. We can put these in my journals. I'm doing a holiday journal. This would be pretty to put a Christmas stamp on. Let me hold it up so you guys can see it better. Isn't that fun? Jacqueline does a good job of dyeing these papers, these in little index cards. Alrighty, so now we're going to do the butterfly. And he is, I got him out. He's right here. We're going to do him, and we're just going to make him multicolored. I don't know how he'll turn out with all this scrap wax. And put my wax up above here. Get my scrap. It's got a little scrap of fabric. Could put a dragonfly on that. I think I used my stickers, so we're going to melt the wax and we're going to pour it in this dragonfly. Now I might need some more. I'm going to take the lids off of these in case I need to reach for some. Get in there. Let's just dump them out. I'm going to use my scrap wax. All right, to cut this a little. If you cut your little scrap wax too thin, they'll blow if you're heating it with the heat gun. Put some heavier ones on top of it. Let's mix some black in there. This might turn gray for all I know. Although I don't think that it will melt together. But I don't think it'll change color. I don't know. Let's put a little bit more black in there. This is all scrap. All right, we're going to start with that. And I'm going to keep this out in case I need more. Kind of cut it up a little. All right. Push it out of the way so it doesn't melt. Now I can melt over my silicone if I want, but let's get my heat now. I think I'm going to need more. I think that's near enough for my butterfly. Although, it kind of surprises you sometimes. spoon up here. Now, because these are so thin, when I turn the heat on, I'm going to hold my heat gun up higher so it doesn't blow those chips away. And then as they melt, I can come down lower and get more heat on them. I have some red, but they're in my box. It'd be nice to put a little red in there too, wouldn't it? Let's stop and get some red out. The box is right behind me. There's the red. Put a few red pellets in there. He's going to be a multicolored butterfly. I don't know how this is going to turn out. There's a couple of red pellets out. Been kind of saving the red for Christmas, but I don't really have many Christmas stamps other than the ones I carve. And I haven't been carving any. I carved that tree, but I need to refine the tree. All right, let's just put one red one in there. And see what happens. Getting juicy. I don't think I'll put any more in there. I think I got plenty of wax in there. And let's get this out. Where's my palette knife? Palette knife is over here. All right, I'm going to have to do a lot of quick moving here. Of course, I can melt over this. I can put my heat gun over it and smooth it down a little. Let's do that. Now I'm going to take some of these and put on top of here. This will be the back of it anyway. I think I got paper on that one. I'm not going to try to pull it out. It'll be on the back. Get a hold of it. I don't know if I got it entirely covered. Maybe some. have it pretty well covered. And we're going to let that cool a bit. And then I'm going to pop him out, and then probably have to trim him off a little. This is the back of it. And this is what he looks like over here. And we'll probably trim. We'll probably trim him off, hopefully. So while that's going, let's clean my... And I can clean the back of this spoon off. I'll just let that wax cool and it'll pop off. It has to be pretty cool to pop off. When you clean the back of the spoon with a towel, you want to make sure you have a pretty thick layer of toweling because this is hot metal. And I imagine even the plastic ones would be, if you have plastic ones. I don't think you'd have plastic. The thinner metal ones would be hot too. All right. So what do I have left here? Got some red pellets in there. I'm letting that cool. And we're going to pop him out. See what he looks like. Probably to trim him off. I just want to use up my scrap here. That has paper on the back. I don't want to use the ones that have paper on the back because it won't be good. It doesn't tear that easy, which is a good thing because it smooths down on the... I think the rest of this is kind of stuck to the paper. Alrighty. How's that doing? It's still pretty warm. We're going to set him aside and let him really cool. It's warm. I can feel it warm on the back. So I'm just going to set him aside. And what else should we try? I got some scrap here. Let's try, I saw these floral ones here. You can't see it very well. I think I did this flower the other day. Shall we try this one? It's not very thick. Some of these you want to use one that's carved pretty deep. I think that's why we could try doing something on a... I want to do that, but not now. Let's see what else I have here. This is kind of a lacy effect. This is lace. I think Debbie Epps used these for, she used resin. This is pretty. I wonder if I have enough in there that I could do one of these. I don't think I have enough. Bet I could add more. And these others are kind of thin. Oh, we could do a leaf. Let's do a leaf. Let's see how the leaf turns out. These silicone molds, I'm going to have to find out where where she got them. And I spilled it. Way to go, Mary. All right, and I can heat this over. The silicone, it isn't going to matter. Know if that's paper on that one? No. I'm going to throw some. I wish I had some green. I do someplace. I'm going to throw some gold one, bronzy. Let's see, let's throw a big gold one in there. Give them a little stir. I want to get some toothpicks. It's kind of like melting chocolate. You need to, every 30 seconds, stir it up. And get those clumps that form down at the bottom. If I was doing it over a flame, it would heat the bottom up pretty good. And I don't want to, I could coat it from a distance. I don't want to put it under my spoon too much because I don't want to risk it dripping into my, I don't want to risk it dripping into my heat gun. Let's get ready here. Now I can spread this out, but I can also heat it up over that again. I think that's going to be pretty good. Maybe need some up at the very tippy tip. And it dries pretty fast. This was all scrap except I threw a couple red ones in there. I don't know if they're going to show. So I'm going to set this aside and let it cool and check on my butterfly. Whew, it's hot. Let's check on the butterfly. Let's put this one up above. So I should be able to pop this out, and it is, it's popping out. Oh, it feels a little thin there. Oh. Oh, wow. Let me hold it up so you guys can see it. I'm going to trim it off. I like it. Now, remember, this is scrap wax. Cool. Isn't that cool? Let's look at chat. I get involved in what I'm doing and forget I have people out there in chat land. Hi, Carol. Coloring View. Hi, Coloring View. She says, I love experiments. Laura's here. Carol McDonald. Carol, I am going to go. Today is Tuesday. Kathy Berg is not on today. And so I'm going to go until about 9:45. It's almost 9 now. I'm going to go a few more minutes. Hi, Ashley Sherwood. Welcome in. Coloring View and Carol and Jersey. Welcome in, ladies. Happy Thanksgiving week. It's a couple days away. I am melting wax. I made wax seals. Here, let me show you guys who just popped in what I've been doing this morning. Mostly experimenting. Let me hold these up. I carved this tatting stamp out of a eraser. This will stamp too. It's a tatting ring. But I also can use it to make a wax seal with. And this index card was dyed by Jacqueline at Lovely's Crafting Lodge. The stamped fabric I got from Rebecca Wills. She sells on Sunday afternoon. Jacqueline sells on Friday afternoons at 4 p.m. Eastern. Rebecca Wills, I think she's around 1 p.m. Central. She's in the afternoon on Sundays. But I did that. And here's a dragonfly on a floral on an index card. Then I was playing with these I did the other day. These are off of the silicone mold. But I was playing with spreading wax layer out on my paper. And that worked pretty good. Now I can't bend this too much more. I will pop these off. But this is another dragonfly. He's flying down that way. And this is a Christmas tree. This was one of my first ones. I want to make my branches a little more defined. I still need to work on that stamp. This is a flourish butterfly. Came off of that silicone mold. So I've been playing. I had some failures. But then I had a lot of wax left over, just scrap wax, and we made this butterfly. I'm going to trim him off. Oh, and I have more here. What did I do with my others here? I have more. These I think I'm going to put in my society. These aren't perfect. I'm learning how much wax to use. This is a hashtag. This one you can't see very well. It's a tree. You can't see it very well. It needs to be carved deeper. These are my tatting rings up here. And these are just kind of experiments. This is a crown. You can't see it that well, but this was that's a stamp. I don't know what I did with it here. It's an actual stamp. I did not carve that one. So let's trim up that butterfly. I'm really liking this. Where'd my scissors go? Let's trim him up. I want to try one on a paper doll. And I want to try some with sequins. Maybe we'll mix those somehow. Let me. And I think I can pop this off now. Off of the back of my. I might need my scissors because it's a lot more on here than what. Usually it just pops off. Might have to heat it off. I better fly out of the way. No, he's not going to pop off. Usually he pops right off. This one's popping. This is pretty well stuck on there. Maybe it's because it's so thick. There he comes. There he comes. One layer. I got too much on here. I might have to heat this to clean it. There. There he comes. Peel it off. Usually this pops off pretty good. I'm having a little bit more troubles because I'm showing you. She's going to show the world. Let's not cooperate. Let's make a fool out of her. I can heat this part off. Let's push that over into the scrap pile. Let's trim. Let's trim my butterfly. This turned out nice. Now remember, this is wax, so you have to be careful where you put these. I think I could put them in my art journal page, my collecting page. You don't want to put it on a page that's where you're going to be heating, using a lot of heat. I don't use a lot of heat in my art journals anymore. I usually use glue or tape. Let's cut this like this. For now, we need to cut his antenna out. That's too intricate for me to cut wax. It will break off. See if I can get in here and trim this a little more. Give him a little bit more room there. I might just cut the antenna off. I don't really like them. They're big and clunky. I'm going to cut them off. We'll put a bead or something on for his head. I'm going to put him on that scrap paper. Now I have some double-sided tape left here. Let's round him up here. I don't know if I could make a little, I'll use a bead or a drop of wax or something to make the head. A little head like that. Where's my tape? We're going to do more of this. This is fun. Let's, I have that piece of double-sided tape. Where did that go? Time to clean the desk. And I don't even need the whole piece. I'll put it just like that. this on here. Now I'm going to see if I can't put that little piece on there as a head, this little thing. We'll see if that works. Oh, I need my needle. Can't get a hold of him. Ah, that's his head. And I could probably put some string in there for antenna, but I don't have any right handy. I'm going to put this, and I'll have to get better at fussy cutting these, because it's just an experiment. Let's put this on here. There we go. Hopefully that head will stay. All right. So, sequence, and on a Tim Holtz doll, let's try the sequence ones first. Yeah, I got a mess here. Let's clean my spoon again. And I think I can save this wax, but I can't save this. You gotta be careful getting your heat too close to your bags. I don't know if this one might be beyond opening up. I think I've got another one over here somewhere. Here. I'm gonna throw that away. Get these out of the way, and some tape. More tape. This is still scrap, so I can still use it. Let's tape. Let's throw this away. Is there a pin in there? Got my pin in there. Be looking for that. Okay, get that out of the way. Let's clean the back of my spoon. It's really gunky. And maybe more of this palette knife. And get my towel ready here to wipe it off with. Oh, I dropped something, my ruler. pretty messy. Gotta be careful when you're doing this because the string gets hot. You don't want to touch it with your fingers. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's clean the palette knife off a little. Remember, it's hot metal, so be careful when you do this. All right, so let's throw this one away, and I think I still have one over there. Now, I'm going to just throw some sequins in there. I got a little teddy bear, I got some stars. No, hold on. Let's put it on this paper. I'm going to pour wax on this paper, and then I'm going to throw sequins in there. But I'm going to put my tear that off. I really need a bigger sheet of paper. Not me. I never have it at hand. Hold on. Let me grab a sheet. So I can put it back in the bag easier. And we got some jewelry molds here. Might try that. I've got, oh, maybe, what, about 40 minutes left here to play. I'm going to dump these out on the, well, maybe I'll dump them after I melt my wax. Now my wax is going to be black, and let's throw some of this gold in there. Maybe 4. Take this away for now or it's going to blow. So Thursday, don't forget today at noon Eastern, Becky at Aunt Beck's Creations is giving away her handmade advent calendar. So you might want to pop in to Becky's stream, noon Eastern today. That was the last I heard. She was in here the other day announcing it. Yeah, go say hello to Becky today. I don't know who's streaming this afternoon, but I will come down again Thursday, Thanksgiving morning, and I think I'm going to work in my holiday journal. I'll clean up all this wax stuff. I like to do, when I do this wax stuff, I like to spend a whole session doing it because it takes a while to get things done here. So we're just going to make a wax seal here, mostly gold. And we're going to throw some of this sequins in there if I can get it out in time. We're just going to toss it in. Any old way, it's not getting in the where I want it. I wonder what would happen if I'd melt that. It'll blow some of the sequins. You get lift it with my hand and shake it off. Into my finger. That's not quite what I wanted, but we'll live with it. Now I can't pop that off. I think I'll cut it. I'll try to cut it in a circle maybe. Ooh, it's hot on the back. I could probably even do a whole page of it and cut it. But you know, you remember you're working with wax here. I lifted the sequence off on it, on my finger. It's stuck to my finger. Let's see if I can't. Where's my heat gun? I want to put one in there. Oh, there went a star. I don't have enough things ready at the ready here. There we go. Just put another one on there. It's an odd shape. All right, we're gonna let that cool a bit. While that's cooling, I'm gonna cut it off the paper. Maybe cut it into a weird shape. I'll let that cool. And while that's cooling, I'm gonna put this back into my bag. I did it. So I'm not sure about that, but probably with practice you could get much better. I want to show you guys. We'll let that cool a little. We'll show you here. I've been sorting and cleaning, and I ran across 2 bags. What's here? Of broken jewelry. This one, and I think this one has several pieces in it. Now you can press broken jewelry into wax too. I don't know if I can find a ring. Let's see what's in here. This is more than broken jewelry. I got some magnets, some crayons, got some little snowmen. Let's take the snowman out. I want him for my holiday journal. Got these at sale, half price at Hobby Lobby. This is odds and ends. I'm going to get that back up. And let's look at this bag. What do I have in here? Something I can press into wax. make a nice impression. I think I sorted these out once. These are all flat ones. Flat back, like, you know, the diamond and triangle shape. Let's look at this. Buttons work well. This way. No. This way. See if I can find one that will make a nice imprint. That's a, looks like a snail shell. I'm looking for one that I can, there's the other side to that one. All right, these big clunky things. Oh, you can wear those on your ears? I'll tell you. No, if I could wear those or not. I got, what, 4 of them? 3 of them? I'm thinking something more like this. Or, that's just around. Let's put these back. This one might, this is paper though. No, I think that might make a nice stamp. I'm not sure. That's felt. Don't see anything in this one. Might. A little heart shaped. You just have to look at them. I'm not sure any of these except for that one. I guess that was an earring. I probably had a jewel in there. This one's kind of cool. Looks like it was a part of a watch in here. I like this. This would make a cool dangle if you worked with it. I'm looking for something that will make a nice stamp. There's a chain. There's that seashell again, or whatever. Button. Heart. That heart might make a nice one. You could get a hold of it right. And go down that way. We might try that. Here's a, and I'm not sure the wax, I'm not sure what that one would do. That's a cuff link. It's all tangled on here. Here's the other side to this one. The little bead broke off of that one. I'm not sure. You'd have to, I don't think, because these aren't flat enough to get a good, you just gotta look. You can use broken jewelry for a lot of different things. That's another cuff link. That's kind of an interesting shape on the back. There's a, looks like it held some jewels at one time. This one's kind of interesting. That one might work. There's a pretty leafy thing, but I don't know. I'd have to, he's too roundish. This one might make a nice, if I could get him off of the base here. Need my snips. And this one. But do I want to do that? Because this would make a nice dangle. This will make a nice dangle. I think I'll leave him alone. This one, I'm wondering if even my scissors would. I hate using my scissors that I use for cutting. Oh, hold that phone. Someplace in here I have a I want to see if I can get him off. It's more of a plier than a, I might be able to twist at him. Oh, what did I do here? I locked it. I locked it. I'm not a beater person. Now, do I want this on there? Don't know if I can bend that off or not. Don't really want that on there. And my wax seal. I'll bend him down. There we go. So I can dip this down into the wax seal. We'll try that. That was the other side of it. No, no, no. I was going to try the heart. Yeah, I don't think I will. I don't want to fool with all day with it. This is weird. What that held. And here's the other side of the earring here. So what I pulled out, I've got a whole bunch more here, but I don't know if I want to go through them all. I separated them all according to kind. I had a big box of jewelry that I got from somebody. I think this came from Rebecca Wills. I'm not sure. Either Rebecca or I got some, I think, from Debbie Epps. I've got broken jewelry all over the place. And buttons. Let me put these away. I don't want to dump the whole world out here. All right. So I have this, which it has a little thin kind of a grid design on there. I don't know if it'll show. This one has a little bit of floral, a little flower in there. I don't know how that would work. This one looks like it has a clock on there. I'm going to take this. I think my pliers here are getting old. Maybe in here they're getting cheap ones. There we go. Did I get it off? My pliers here. And be off. This kind of has a little clock design, sort of. We'll see how that turns out. This one, this is just a oval one. Looks like it might have some sort of a print in there, but I don't know what. I'm not sure I saved that out for any purpose. This one kind of is a swish, and this one I think will make a nice seal. So there are those. We played with the sequins. Let's cut this. Now it's cool. And I'm just going to cut it. It's kind of a weird shape. Maybe I'll try to round it off a little. Let's cut it off the paper first. It bends nice. Let's see, what kind of a shape can I make out of this? Let's just take my glue stick here and glue bottle and draw a circle with the pen. I'm laughing because I'm going, where are all my pens? Oh, dear me. Don't know if this will ride on there. This one still has the wax seal on it. I'm just going to try to cut a circle out of this. I don't know how it'll cut. I'm hitting the sequence over here. It looks kind of pretty once I get it. I hit a snag here though. Got to have a pretty sharp pair of scissors to do this. And I don't think this is just on that red paper. Throw this away, and let's look at it. It's kind of pretty. I don't think I'm catching all the sequins, the shine of the sequins. You could probably put that on a letter. Let's put, let's cut some, where's my tape? Here's some double-sided tape. Let's put a piece of double-sided tape on it and stick it onto my paper here. Let's get that one. Got wax on it. Might have to clean my pen with the heat gun. There we go. what was I doing? I was gonna, what was I doing? Peel this off. Yeah, I got a little piece sticking out there. Don't like doing that on my scissors. All right, let's get my paper out. I'm gonna put him on here. These are experiments. Experimenting with wax seals. This is double-sided tape. And I think I'm holding them on there pretty good, the glossy accent, but I think double-sided tape will work well too. So there we go. Now, I kind of like the sequins in there. That would make some nice Christmas ones. Cut them in different shapes. You could also do micro beads, maybe. I have micro beads somewhere. All right, let's get this out of the way. Let's try throw that away. This goes back in the bag. Oh. Throw this away. Some of these, let's see, I want to try this one in a wax seal. And shall we just try them on a piece of paper here? We'll have some. This is not too bad. It's got a little wax on the bottom. Let's clean it off. Put my pliers away. I think these are gonna give me some trouble. I think they're in here. These wires are, I might put a little oil or something on there. My other pliers away. Getting too much stuff out. All right, where's my heat gun? I'm gonna clean that off. See, it comes off. All right, so let's see. I'm still kind of experimenting, so I don't want to use my red. I'm kind of saving it for Christmas. Might have to put my finger guards on to handle this. Let's melt some more gold here. 2 and or maybe not this gold. Let's do the bronze. See what that does. And do I have what I did with my sticker? Paper. I have this little piece of fabric. Could put that dragonfly on that. I'm looking for my sticker paper. What I did with it. guess I won't use it. I wanted to do my sticker paper though. Where'd he run off to? He's not here. I know I didn't use them all. Well, things tend to disappear. Maybe I threw them in that bag with the jewelry. All right, we won't do it. Let's melt these. That'll blow away if I don't move it. It's 9:40. This will probably be the last one I do. I wanted to do one on a Tim Holtz. Maybe I'll do one on a Tim Holtz quick too while this one's cooling. I never get it in there even. Well, and I don't know if that's gonna pop out. It might stick in there. I might not be able to get that out again. I just thought about that, so we'll see. If it sticks in there, I'll just snip off the little piece. I don't think I can pull it out. No, I can move it though. We'll let that cool and see what happens with it. I don't think I'm going to be able to pop it out. If I remember right now. Take this finger guard off my finger, it's getting hot. Let's do one on a Tim Holtz piece of paper. What is this? Card is a telegram. And this is pretty. And I'm not going to do the button shapes. Let's get a mold out, a stamping mold. Might do the red ones on here. I don't have Christmas, I don't think, but what do I have? I have a key. I had a key. He fell. Where'd he go? There's the key. I have the peacock. The bee. Dee Dee gave me the bee. Dee Dee Willingham sent me the bee. Steampunk. This is a compass star. That one might be pretty. We've got the owl. I want to make an owl for Miss Nina. I keep telling her I'm going to do an owl for her. I have more, but they're scattered because I did things in more than one spot. Well, I think that's going to be it for now. I'm going to put these sequins in here. Get them out of my way. All right. So what? I pulled them all out. Now what do I want? I think the star would be pretty. The owl might be nice on one. Steampunk. Bee. We're going to put these all over here. Key. Peacock. I think the owl and the star. And this, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this out. I think I'm going to have to clip off that. We'll just leave that embedded in there. I'm going to clip off the... if I can. I might have to get my pliers out. I'll do that later. It's a little pokey earring. I want to melt some red. And I might just leave the bronze in there. Let's melt some red. That's black. And what am I going to do? A red, I'll do the star. What did I do with my star? That's the peacock. This is the star. We're going to do it right in here on that telegram. So, and look, I got the heat gun too close to these. Don't get your heat gun close to them. I ruined that bag. I got other bags, so I'm not too worried about it. Hard to cut it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. 4. And what's in there? All right, let's heat this. It is 9:47. I might just get this one done. If I don't spill it all out. I wanted to clean all this up. On Thursday is Thanksgiving, and I am going to stream early in the morning. I'll probably come on around 6. We don't leave till later in the day, so I'll be okay there. But I wanted to work on my holiday journal. I didn't want to do another wax seal thing. When I do wax seals, I need a couple weeks to do them because you get going. All right, I'm going to make a circle here, hopefully. I'm trying to get better. That was a clump, I think. I'm trying to get better about making circles. And yeah, there's a little hole there, I don't know if I can pop that bubble or not. Move him over to the center. All right, let's put the star on there. That's pretty good. And I've got about 10 minutes. Let's see if I can do one over here. What do I want to do? I don't want to do a red owl. Could do the key. Could do steampunk too. The bee? A red bee for Christmas? A key. I think the key is probably the best choice. Let's see if I can hurry and make another one before the TV pops on. Don't forget, Becky at 11 Eastern, or 12 Eastern, 11 Central, will be giving away her Advent calendar on her channel today. So if you're interested in winning a handmade Advent calendar, I don't know, I didn't follow what she made, but knowing Becky, she makes nice things. I won a box a couple years ago from Becky and it was wonderful. I don't think it's fair for me to go back in and enter again. I won stuff from her before. We'll give some of her other subscribers a chance to win stuff. But go to Aunt Beck's Creations at 12 noon Eastern if you're interested in winning her handmade Advent calendar. Now let's hurry and do the, what did I do with it? The key. We'll put the key on here. And I'll put it right down in here. My hands are so shaky. All right. See if I can scoot that over there. And that popped right off. And I'll show it to you here. I'm liking it. I don't know if it'll pop off my card. If it does, I'll glue it back on with glossy accent. Let me hold it up so you can see it. I think I can pop it off, but I'm not going to work at it too hard. And let's see if I've got a few minutes here. While this is cooling, let me refresh my chat. And I'll come out and say good morning to you all. Don't forget Aunt Beck's Creations channel. There's Becky. She says it's only for hubbies on her channel. I think you have to subscribe and welcome in, Becky. I think you have to subscribe to be in the chat. You will not be doing your live tomorrow. I will be busy cooking. Okay. All right. I know a lot of people are busy with Thanksgiving. I will be live noon to 12:30 only, and Barbara Owen is coming on after me today. Okay. So, noon Eastern, 12 to 12:30, Becky is giving away her handmade Advent calendar. Becky, do you want to drop the link to your channel? Do you have the, drop a link to your channel. I know they can click on your name, but they still have to find your channel. You're a mod, you can drop a link. Hi, 10 Light Star. My first husband told me Sewing with Nancy had a stroke at some time because she had a sort of a stiffer movement. Yeah, she did. I didn't meet her personally, but when I lived up in Wisconsin, Nancy's Notions, I don't know if they're still up there, but they're north of Wisconsin. And a friend and I would drive up to when they would have a sale up there in there, like a warehouse sale. And I would see her. She was busy. You know, I never really got to meet her personally, but she was there. And she used to do all those shows, I think, on PBS. You've used clay to make patterns for clay beads. Let's check this one out. Becky, you could drop a link to your channel. There you go. Carol did. Thank you, Carol. Let's check this one out. And I'm going to have to sign off here because our TV is going to come on in a minute. This is the key. See if I can get it out. Oh, these are nice. These will be nice for my holiday journal. There's the key. I'll put these in my holiday journal. I think I'll use them for my thumbnail. So I'm going to have to sign off, but the TV is going to come on in 2 minutes. So thank you guys for spending the morning with me. And best wishes for if I don't see you Thanksgiving Day. I will be on at Tuesday at 6 a.m. So thank everybody. Hi. I want to call her Dar. Yolanda, I forgot your name. Deb. I wanted to call you Dar. And Teresa, and Ruth Lamb, and Carol, and Becky, and 10 Light Star. Everybody that if I missed saying good morning to anybody, Liz has been with me for almost the entire time. Devin, Linda Renz. Good morning, Jersey. Janet Nash was in here. She left. She said, bye, Mary. Hello, Mary TV, your prayers. Carol, I'm just coloring view. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I've got to say goodbye. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving. If I don't see you Thanksgiving morning. Bye.